Up until this point, we've done most of our writing to the terminal, but often you'll find in real programs that you'll need to write to files instead. And so in this one, we're going to have a look at the OS package and how we can create and write to files. Now, writing to a file will often include three steps: creating the file, writing to the file, and then closing the file. And so that's what we'll be looking at in this one. There is a less verbose way of doing this where all those things are done for you in one step, but it's good to see the process and what actually happens when you want to write to a file. Okay, so here I'm going to call a function called create on the OS package, and that create function will return the file if there is one, and an error if there is one. So we want the OS package, and we're going to say create, and as you can see, the OS package has been imported. We want the name of the file, so let's just call this example.txt. Okay, so if there's been any problems trying to create that, then we'll have an error here which we need to deal with. So I'm going to say if error does not equal nil, and we'll just print an error, and we shall just return so we don't go any further. Otherwise, we've got to this point, and so now we're in a position where we can actually write to the file. But first, let's just drop an interim check step in here so we can prove that we have a file. And when we create the file using the create function, then we should have this file object here on which we can call methods. So one of those methods is name. Let's go and look at what file actually is. So as you can see, file is a struct, and it has methods on there such as name in order for retrieving the file name. And so as it says here, this file struct represents an open file descriptor. Okay, let's go and check this out. Go run main.go, and as you can see, the name method prints out the file name. So we know we have a file, and just to visually prove that that file does exist, inside of my writing to files folder here, you'll see that we have a file called example text. That's currently empty. So let's go and change that by writing to the file. And we can do that with, there's a couple of different methods, but we're going to use one called WriteString. It's giving me a squiggly underlining because WriteString can return an error, but I think we'll be okay to proceed and without trying to handle that. You're not forced to handle errors, but in most scenarios you will want to. But for this simple example, I don't expect to see any errors. So I'm going to write a couple of lines there. Notice the new line character on the end of each, and then we'll just print something out to the terminal just to give us a bit of feedback to say that everything has gone okay. Go run main.go, says data written to file. Let's have a look at example.txt, and as you can see, we've written 2 lines to that file. Okay, now if you're going to write to a file, or if you're going to write to a database or anything like that, you're usually opening a file or opening a connection. And so what you're going to want to do at the end of the process is actually close the file or close the connection. Now, can you remember a keyword which we used earlier in the course for making sure that something happens at the end of a process or at the end of a function? It was the defer keyword. So as soon as we actually create this file, we are actually also opening the file. And so what we can do is just drop it in here. So we're creating the file and thereby opening the file. We've checked for any errors. And so just after that, that is where we want to defer this close. So we're going to say defer file dot close. And so remembering how defer works, what that means is that the file will be closed after or at the end of this function. So it will happen after this last line here. Okay, so let's go and run this again. Go run main.go, data written to file. Let's have a look at example.txt, and as you can see, what's happened is it's overwritten what was previously there, so we haven't appended more content to the file. So what's happened here is when we've called create, if we go and look at what this says, Create creates or truncates the named file. So if the file already exists, it is truncated, i.e. all the content is removed from there. And so that is why we've not appended extra content to the file. It got truncated when it got called again a second or third time. So we've created the file using create, and what that returns us is an open file to which we can write. We've checked for any errors. If we don't have any errors, then we are going to defer the closing of the file. We will do what we need to do with it. We've written a couple of lines there, and we've printed out a success message, and at the end of that, then the file will be closed because that was deferred to the end of this function. Okay, remember I said there was a less verbose way of doing this? Well, here is that. os.WriteFile, this will open or create your file, let write to it, and close it all in one step. And so, as it says here, creates or opens a file, writes all the data, closes the file internally. So you'll often see this used, but I think as this first lesson, it's important to know the steps and what's happening when you are writing to files. Okay, now that you've seen that, time to have a go yourself. Here's a small challenge for you. Write a program that creates a file called notes.txt. Write 3 lines of text to the file. Use defer to close the file and print a message when the file is successfully written, and put in any necessary error handling, I'd say, as well. Okay, and then all you need to do is run it using main.go. Pause me now and give that a go. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a little bit here because I've already done this once, but we're creating the file using the same method. So file, error, and then os.Create. File needs to be called notes.txt. Then the usual error handling. If error does not equal nil, we need to do something, and then we'll just stop execution of this program. Otherwise, if we've got past there, then first we're going to put a defer in here because we want to defer the closing of the file. So defer file close, and then we're going to drop in 3 lines of text. So again, we'll use WriteString, and then at the bottom here, I think we'll just have some kind of success message. Notes.txt written successfully. Okay, let's go and run this. Go run main.go. Notes.txt written successfully. Let's go and see what we have. I can see a notes.txt file, and that content has been written to the file. Okay, how did you get on with that one? Hope you remembered to put the defer of the file closing in there. Hopefully you put some error handling in there as well. Writing to files is something that you'll do a lot in all programming languages, and you'll probably use, as you become more experienced, the sort of less verbose version, but it's good to know how this all works under the hood, how all the creating and opening, deferring the close and writing to the file works. I think we can now move on.